Hi, good evening. Welcome back for another Tuesday night 10-minute tip. I'm so excited that you guys are here. If you've been following along the last couple weeks, I hit on some very organization-specific topics, but tonight's topic can be for so many of us. So stay tuned if you find that this time of year requires so much more of you. If you just feel like your energy is getting spread pretty darn thin and you would just like to have a day of nothing, could the world just stop for a minute? I certainly feel this way frequently this time of year, and I've been having this conversation with several of my clients and decided maybe it was time to kind of just bring the message out a little bit broader. So if that feels like you, stay tuned. For those of you I have not yet had the opportunity to meet, hello, I'm so excited to connect with you. My name is Rachel Carey, and I am a coach and a people strategist with my company, Emerging Lotus Coaching. I help people really untap their potential, clear away their blocks, and really strive for the next level, all while building the skill set to cultivate engagement from the teams that support them, whether that be teams in an organization or just the support group around you guys. Today, we're talking about you, and we're talking about your energy and how to protect it this time of year. There's this little cycle that I see repeating over and over again in a lot of moms and some dads at work. And it may resonate with you too, especially if you've decided to hang on this far. We have been raised to believe in selflessness, that to put oneself first means that you're selfish, that you lack compassion. It is so rooted in our mindset as a culture that when you board an airplane, one of the first things they tell you is, in case of an emergency, put your oxygen mask on first. You've heard this. You've heard people use the analogy. It is because our culture is so rooted in this idea of selflessness, being critical and being compassionate is so important. And these are really important things, but we can over-index them too. So much so that we don't take care of ourselves, we don't put that oxygen mask on, and we pass out, not helping us and not helping as many people as we could have helped if we just took care of ourselves first. Every day you go out in the world and you do really important things, especially this time of year. Many of you are wrapping up goals. Maybe you had income goals and you're running your own business. Now's the time where we really push and drive when you're an entrepreneur. Some others might be doing a little extra for their kids, running around for different pageants and holiday festivities, increased social calendars, shopping for gifts, preparing extravagant meals, serving your community a little bit more, pushing really hard at work. The nights are kind of getting longer and the days feel like they're getting shorter. And it's expected that you might feel a little bit of an energy drain happening when you're pushing so hard. What happens is that we're pushed hard. We're taught to lean into the issue. We're taught to drive harder. When things get really going, we push harder, lean into the issue more. And we think that if we just get to the other side of it, that's when we'll get the break. That's when we'll catch up on sleep. That's when we'll take the vacation. At the brink of a major anxiety burnout kind of moment, I was introduced to mindfulness. And there's a saying in mindfulness, I may have said on some of my other videos because it's really true. Oh, I know I did. If you practice mindfulness, you should practice 10 minutes a day. And if you have so much going on that you have very little time, you should do 20, because you need to take a little bit more time for you to be able to serve. What it's saying, what the key in it is that you have a bucket of energy. And when you pour it out to help others, if you're not putting a restore in there, if you're not restoring that energy flow, you have nothing left to give. Just like your oxygen runs out, your energy runs out. You can do so much more. You are actually being selfless by taking care of you and your energy reserves. So, burnout can look like overwhelm. It can look like lack of motivation. You can start noticing maybe you frustrate a little easier. Maybe you feel like you have a short fuse. Maybe you don't want to get out of bed. I think generally you know what it looks like when you feel stressed out. If you start paying attention to those cues and go, whoa, whoa, before you reach full burnout, grab a little self-care or be open to receiving. What does that look like? Receiving could be delegating. It could be asking for help. I had a friend who hosted a party this weekend, and I loaned her some tables and some chairs so that she could be able to host the event. The friend offered to bring the things back to me, and out of that selflessness, I said, no, we'll come get it. It's fine. Even then, I had an issue in a moment. I caught myself and realized I am not being open to receiving. There was some other logic to it. There's some other reasons why it worked out well, but I thought, this is an interesting moment. Receiving might be allowing others to help you. It might be asking, hey, can you help me run to the store? Or can you, while you're out, take care of this? Or I'm preparing this extravagant meal, you're coming, would you mind taking care of this for the meal? It might be, I just really need a hug. Can you hug me? It might be asking someone to have a little time with you. When we go to dinner, just talk. I just need to talk. Receiving can show up in many different ways, but leaning in and allowing your village, your tribe to rise up and support you is so huge, and kind of creating that balance. At work, we call it delegating the work. We can't get it all done. Someone else can do it. But in our lives, how often do we delegate? And how often do we feel a little selfish if we ask for help? So I encourage you this week, find one thing that you can ask for help with, and don't be shy about it. Just shoot it out and ask whoever it is in your tribe that you think about. The other thing is self-care. And now a lot of times people think of self-care, they think of yoga, they think of meditation, they think of taking a bath, they think of exercise. But it could be just anything that relaxes you. It might be reading a good book. It might be going for a run. It might be having some time with friends where you just laugh, or maybe it's time with your kids where you just laugh and you play. Find that moment of joy. Find something that really drives your passion. When you say it fuels you, you'll know you found the right thing. That's the thing that's fueling your energy, so that you can continue to do all of the amazing things on your must-do, your to-do, your holiday lists, your end-of-the-year lists. You guys have got this. You're going to be amazing. You're going to wrap up 2018 strong. And I hope that this little tidbit helps you in finding the energy and restoring the energy and protecting your energy, so that you can continue doing the amazing, selfless, compassionate things that you do to serve your community, your home, your family, your friends, your work. I wish you guys the best. Take care.